On the banks of the Volga River, the Kazan Kremlin stands tall, showing off centuries of history and mixed cultures. This majestic fortress is not just a symbol of power, but also a testament to the rich tapestry of human civilization that has flourished here over the ages. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a beautiful mix of Tatar and Russian buildings, showing its complex past. The architecture here is a visual narrative of the region's history, where each structure tells a story of cultural fusion and historical significance. Inside the Kremlin's shiny white walls are many important historical and religious monuments, each with stories to tell. These walls have witnessed countless events, from grand ceremonies to everyday life, making them silent keepers of the past. From the Grand Annunciation Cathedral to the mysterious Soyembika Tower, the Kazan Kremlin gives us a look into Russia's rich culture. The Annunciation Cathedral, with its stunning architecture, stands as a beacon of faith, while the Soyembika Tower, shrouded in legend, adds an air of mystery and intrigue. As you walk around, you'll feel like you've traveled back in time, seeing how different cultures came together to make this amazing place. The pathways and courtyards are alive with the echoes of the past, inviting you to explore and discover the layers of history embedded in every corner. The Kazan Kremlin isn't just old stones, it shows how strong human heritage can be, and how different cultures can live together peacefully. The diverse architectural styles within the Kremlin are a testament to the harmonious coexistence of various traditions and influences. The Kazan Kremlin is important for more than just its buildings. It has seen empires rise and fall, cultures mix, and the strong spirit of its people. Through the changing seasons, the Kremlin stands resilient, a witness to the passage of time and the enduring legacy of its inhabitants. Today, it's a symbol of tolerance and understanding, a reminder of the past, and a sign of hope for the future. The diverse group of visitors reflects the Kremlin's role as a bridge between different cultures and a beacon of unity. Come with us as we explore the amazing buildings, history, and lasting legacy of the Kazan Kremlin. Each visit offers a new perspective, a deeper understanding, and a greater appreciation for this remarkable site. The Kazan Kremlin's origins trace back to the 10th century, when it began as a fortified settlement for the Volga Bulgars. This Turkic group established a powerful trading empire in the region, leveraging their strategic location to control commerce and influence. Kazan quickly evolved into a bustling city on the Silk Road, attracting merchants and travelers from across Eurasia. The city's markets were filled with goods from distant lands, creating a vibrant and diverse cultural melting pot. Its prime location on the Volga River made Kazan a crucial hub for empires seeking to dominate the trade routes between East and West. The river served as a vital artery for the movement of goods, people, and ideas. In the 13th century, the Golden Horde, a formidable Mongol Turkic empire, conquered the area. They recognized Kazan's strategic importance and integrated it into their vast dominion, making it a key city in their empire. During this period, the Kazan Kremlin expanded significantly. New walls and palaces were constructed in the distinctive Golden Horde architectural style, reflecting the city's growing prominence and wealth. The fall of the Golden Horde in the 15th century marked the rise of the Kazan Khanate, an independent Tatar state. The Kazan Kremlin became the political and cultural heart of this new entity, symbolizing its autonomy and strength. This era was a golden age for Kazan. The city flourished as a center for Islamic learning, culture, and trade. Scholars, artists, and merchants from across the Islamic world converged here, enriching the city's intellectual and cultural life. However, the independence of the Kazan Khanate was short-lived. Despite its prosperity, the Khanate faced external threats that would soon alter its fate dramatically. In 1552, Tsar Ivan the Terrible, driven by ambitions to expand his realm, launched a fierce assault on Kazan. His army laid siege to the city, employing brutal tactics to break its defenses. The siege was prolonged and devastating. After a relentless campaign, Ivan's forces finally breached the city's fortifications. The fall of Kazan marked the end of the Kazan Khanate and its incorporation into the burgeoning Russian Tsardom. This conquest was a pivotal moment in Russian history. It extended the Tsardom's borders eastward and secured control over the vital Volga River, setting the stage for further expansion and consolidation of Russian power in the region. The Kazan Kremlin shows how different building styles have shaped it over the years. After the Russians took over, the Kremlin changed a lot. Many old buildings were destroyed or changed to show the power of Russian Orthodox Christianity. Tsar Ivan the Terrible ordered new churches and cathedrals to be built inside the Kremlin, bringing in Italian architects to design them. The result is a cool mix of Tatar, Russian, and Italian architecture, making a unique and beautiful place that reflects the Kremlin's interesting history. The white stone walls and towers of the Kremlin, like old Russian fortresses, are very different from the colorful patterns that used to decorate the Kazan Khan's palaces. The tall, onion-shaped domes of Orthodox churches shine in the sun, showing how important Russian Orthodoxy is in the area. But you can still see signs of the Kremlin's Tatar past. The Kremlin's narrow streets and courtyards look like traditional Tatar cities. Parts of the Kazan Khan's palace, including the mysterious Soyambika Tower, remind us of the city's history before the Russians. The amazing Annunciation Cathedral is the tallest building in the Kazan Kremlin, standing as a beacon of faith and history. Its towering presence is not just a marvel of architecture, but also a testament to the rich cultural and religious heritage of the region. It's a beautiful example of Russian Orthodox architecture and shows the city's Christian history. The intricate designs and the majestic structure reflect the deep-rooted traditions and the artistic excellence of the time. Ivan the Terrible ordered it to be built after he conquered Kazan between 1554 and 1562. This was a significant period in Russian history, marking the expansion of the Tsardom of Russia and the spread of Orthodox Christianity. It replaced an old wooden church that was destroyed in the attack. The new cathedral symbolized not just a physical reconstruction, but also a spiritual renewal for the people of Kazan. The cathedral's design, from the Pskov architectural school, is different from the usual Byzantine style of Russian churches back then. This unique architectural choice set it apart and made it a distinctive landmark in the region. Its 6 pillars and 5 rounded parts are made of local pale sandstone, which is unusual because most buildings at that time were made of brick. This choice of material not only added to its aesthetic appeal, but also highlighted the local craftsmanship and resources. Inside the cathedral is just as impressive, with detailed paintings, shiny gold, and a beautiful iconostasis, a wall of icons which is one of the best in Russia. The interior is a visual feast, showcasing the artistic talents of the era. The paintings made by artists from Pskov and Moscow show stories from the life of Jesus and Mary and pictures of saints and biblical figures. These artworks are not just decorations but also serve as a medium to convey religious teachings and stories to the faithful. The Annunciation Cathedral was Kazan's main church for many years, hosting important ceremonies and events. It was a central place for the community, where people gathered to celebrate, mourn, and find solace. Today, it's still a church and a popular place for visitors and people traveling from all over. The cathedral continues to be a living monument, attracting tourists and pilgrims alike who come to admire its beauty and soak in its historical significance. In the middle of Kazan, a legend stands tall, made of stone and history. The Kazan Kremlin isn't just a fort, it shows centuries of strength and mixed cultures. Here, where East meets West, stories of battles, victories, and changes are part of every brick and tower. This is where the past talks to the present, and every corner has a story to tell. So as we walk through its old gates, let's discover the secrets of this legendary place, one stone at a time. Inside the Kazan Kremlin is the Kol Sharif Mosque, a beautiful modern Islamic building. Built in the early 2000s, it represents the strength and faith of the Tatar people. The Kazan Kremlin is more than just beautiful buildings. It's a living museum, protecting the rich history and traditions of the Tatar people. Every building in the Kremlin tells a story about the area's diverse heritage. Visiting the Kazan Kremlin is a real experience. From the detailed designs of the buildings to the peaceful sounds of prayer from the mosque, everything about the Kremlin invites you to enjoy its unique atmosphere. Today, the Kazan Kremlin keeps changing, mixing its history with modern ideas. It shows the strong spirit of Kazan, welcoming people from all over the world to explore its timeless beauty and importance.